for coming today. This is really incredible. Really, really, really incredible. I'm seeing faces. I don't want to say old faces because there's no old faces in this room. But women that have been around for many, many, many moons from the inception, to new women that are connected to the most incredible women that have been here. Shh. And I just want to welcome everybody. Really, it's a pleasure and a schus that we are here today. And I just want to say that we're here today, literally, Erev Rosh Chodesh Av is not a little thing. You know, I'm always amazed to see how Hashem, right, says that man plans and Hashem laughs. But he always makes it at a time that's so auspicious for us to be able to grow and to connect. And I'm very, very grateful to welcome everybody. So we're going to say like this. For those of you that have been here and those of you who are new, my name is Barrie Feld. Many of you, I do know you. I'm the founder of the Chizuk mission and so grateful to be able to be here with everybody today. Really, so grateful. I will say for those of you that are coming in for the first time, watch out. Even though it's just one day, these are friendships and connections that you will make for a lifetime. And it's unique and it's something that we can't take for granted. It really is so precious and special. So I'm just going to read a little bit. The Chizuk mission has evolved over the years from a trip to Eretz Yisrael to really a movement and a community of like-minded women connecting to their neshamas, to connect to their neshamas, to connect to Hashem. Our goals are simple, that every Jewish woman should have the tools and the resources to grow and to become on fire with love of Hashem and share that flame with everyone around them. The center of every Jewish household is the woman. It's you sitting right here. And she sets the tone for everyone around her. That connection will become intoxicating if properly nurtured. We are here to provide the nurturing. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives to be here and invest in your relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, with yourselves and with each other. We are about to embark on a day-long journey, a quest to find the real you. I love the title, and I have to tell you that we had a lot of people working behind the scenes here. Really, right, will the real you stand up? Because you know what? Everybody wants to be the real you. You know what? And what's sitting here is just that. This opportunity is truly on the cusp of Rosh Chodesh Av, right? Which is really a time when we internally reflect on a relationship with one another and work towards rebuilding what is broken individually, communally, and universally. Av is our Abba. This is what we're embarking on, girls. We really are. It's not just, right, you know, two things. Av is Elul Ba, right? Before you know it, we are going to be right back in this opportunity to start again and ask Hashem for life, but for real life. And Av is Abba. We're all reaching out because we want that relationship. This is what we're doing here. I want to share a short story, very, very short, but a personal story with you that changed the trajectory of my life. And Devorah Roberts, where are you? I was at your house. I know you're not going to remember this, but maybe you will. I had spoken about a man. His name was Irwin. I don't know if Irwin is in this world anymore, but for 20 years, my family and I went to starting out at the Homoac. Literally, we would go for 2 weeks. We would enjoy right after Tisha B'Av. And then we turned from the Homoac to Kutcher's. And I met a very, very special man that changed my life. He was probably well into his 80s, a very feisty man, and a man seemingly that you would say was not, you know, a frum man, but he was one of the frummest men that I ever met. And he said to me something that changed my life, and I really have to say, thank you, Hashem, I'm sitting here with all of you because of him. And again, Irwin, if you're here, he would probably be well in his hundreds right now. But he said to me, and I wrote it down here, he says, why can't you, people, treat others the same as yourselves? This is a man who came to Kutcher's, and he said, you know, I asked him, I don't know what that means, and he said, in terms of when you greet, when you say hello, right? I'm a person, I'm also a person, and I said, Irwin, I don't understand even what you mean. And what he taught me at that moment is how we treat another person, how we smile at another person, how we open the door for another person, how we thank another person. And we became such friends. He and his wife Edith, who is no longer in this world, he became like our family. I have to tell you, he became like our family. We would correspond through letters and through phone calls, and he taught me on a personal note to open up my eyes to people around me, to see the beauty, the appreciation, the respect, and the love that we have to have for one another. So as we are approaching, hopefully the Shabbat will be a celebration this year. Hopefully we're going to turn the tide, for real. Let's do it with love, with respect, to see another person, to see the friendships, to see the gloriousness within one another. For real. I said, and it should be, Erwin, I thank you for that. And this is it. And I just want to say here that I want to welcome all to this special day of connection and growth. For those of you who have joined before, this is the next step in the journey, and those of you are here for the first time getting a taste of Chizuk, which is what this is. We are glad that you are here today, being on this journey. And before we begin, very quickly, we ask Hashem that all of our learning should be a schos and an aliyah for the neshamos. I ask first for my mother, Shendel Bas Moshe, for Rachama Chaya Fruma Bas Dov Pinchas, for Rav Yisrael Noach ben Yitzchak Matisyahu, our Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Noach Weinberg, Rebbetzin Dina Bas Elchana, his Rebbetzin, Rav Zachariah Shimon ben Yitzchak HaKohen, Chana Mindel Bas Yisrael, Binyamin Beinush ben Shalom HaKohen, and for a very, very special person that stood up and was the real her, and that was Chaya Roiza Bas Naftali, and that's Esty Stahler's mommy. It's her yortzeit today. She was a royal, regal princess of a woman, and it should be an aliyah for her neshama because she taught us all what it means to be really, really an Eishes Chayil. And I ask also, please, that it should be Refuah Shalema for Zachariah Dov ben Perel Shira, Gutta Bas Gittel, Raphael Chaim Meir ben Sima Chasha, Shimon ben Sarah. I want to thank our very special Torah Anytime for being here with us. Really, it's a schus, and your mother that's here with us today, it's wonderful to have you. And I want to say a very, very special thank you to Aviva Fass, who is seemingly behind the scenes, but is not behind the scenes, because we could not do what we're doing today without her. And I welcome all of you, and I'm asking you one last thing. Please make sure that your phones are off. And please, if anybody wants to speak, please leave the room. We want to be respectful to our speakers. We want to be respectful to the women. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Rachel Shaul. Rachel is an Emunah coach and gives life-changing workshops on the subject of positive thinking through a Torah lens. Her practical self-help guidance can create astounding changes with one's life. And without further ado, Rachel, thank you for being here with us.